In the hallowed annals of horse racing history, there exists a secret tradition that has captured the hearts of millions. A legacy that weaves through time like a tapestry of valor and triumph. The Kentucky Derby, an emblem of greatness, an ode to the equine spirit, and a symbol of unyielding passion. For over a century, the thundering hooves have echoed across the venerable grounds of Churchill Downs as champions emerge to etch their names in the immortal pages of horse racing folklore. From the unforgettable Sir Barton to the legendary Secretariat, each stride has been a symphony of grace and courage. And within this historic realm of flesh and blood, bonds between horse and rider are forged, lasting through the ages. But as the world evolves, so too does the spirit of competition. Today, as we venture into the virtual,
I'm not sure, but maybe the
we
audio
pay
is
homage to the pioneers of a new
You guys
legacy,
listening to the stream
a
now?
legacy that fuses tradition with innovation. And the pursuit of greatness extends beyond the confines of reality. Welcome to this season's virtual Kentucky Derby, where the frontier of horse racing meets the boundless realm of here, in this digital arena, horses of pure code and dreams, crafted by visionaries, gallop, fueled by the passion of their creators and riders alike. Within this matrix of pixels, hearts pound with anticipation as the virtual thunder ignites the souls of virtual fans worldwide. The legacy of the Kentucky Derby is not only preserved, but elevated to new heights, where innovation and tradition intertwine in perfect harmony. As we celebrate the past and embrace the future, remember that the essence of horse racing lies not solely in the tangible, but in the intangible. The relentless spirit that transcends the realm of flesh, steel, and circuits. It's the desire to triumph, the will to conquer, and the dream of making history. Conquer, so dream. Let us unite in admiration for these majestic athletes, both real and virtual, as we ride the currents of time and create new legacies that will echo through generations to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, gaming aficionados, horse racing devotees across the globe, welcome back. My name is Ian Cummings. I'm the CEO of Third Time Entertainment. We are the team behind Photo Finish Live, and I am elated to host all of you in this sensational third installment of the virtual Kentucky Derby. Can you believe that we're here? I can't believe it. Today marks really another tentpole moment for us. This celebration of unyielding commitment, of artistic ingenuity, and the steadfast backing of our unparalleled community. Photo Finish Live was really conceived with a singular aim, and that's to transport you into the most captivating and realistic horse racing universe, all powered by really this groundbreaking Web3 technology that so many of us are so interested in and hoping that it, goes to the moon. What an incredible journey it's been from the modest roots of our development studio forming in my small bedroom studio to the illustrious stage we are on now of the virtual Kentucky Derby. We've navigated every hurdle with determination. We've pursued cutting-edge advancements. We've ventured into many unexplored domains, and all while receiving really ceaseless encouragement from you, our amazing player community. I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the pivotal role that has been played by our esteemed commercial partner, Churchill Downs. Our aligned visions have really propelled Photo Finish into unparalleled echelon in this new era of digital sports entertainment. Together, we've crafted a marvelous blend of modern technology, with this age-old exhilaration that comes from horse racing, hundreds of years of history that can captivate an audience on a global, worldwide scale. So heartfelt thanks to Churchill Downs. Your confidence in us as a small game team studio has just really been empowering to let our team to redefine these horizons of Web3 gaming. We are infinitely grateful for your unwavering belief in our mission. So, most importantly, when I take it from there, a profound salute is needed to the lifeblood of Photo Finish, and that is our devoted player base. Your passion, your criticism, your support, they've propelled us to this new level of success, and I think we're just getting started. You transform Photo Finish into a lively, dynamic community. Competition thrives, friendships flourish, enemies are made. The thrill of the race has really never been more alive. Each game enhancement that we roll out, every race, every milestone achieved has been fueled by really the ingenuity, the enduring spirit of our community. And our journey is far from over. The roadmap ahead is really going to promise further evolution, a lot of exciting things coming up very, very soon. I can't wait to share with you all. So as we revel in today's virtual Kentucky Derby extravaganza, lift your glasses high. This show is not sponsored by Woodford Reserve, but I did find it at the Kentucky Derby, and it is now one of my favorite whiskeys, bourbons in the world. So anyway, celebrate, that we've gotten to this point and that we are just getting going. We are eternally grateful for your support. And let's continue to break records, craft new experiences, elevate the excitement of this virtual racetrack to unprecedented levels. So with that said, I think we should take a quick look behind the scenes, show everyone that's new, of which there are many of you, what exactly Photo Finish Live is all about.
Welcome to the thrilling world of Photo Finish Live, the revolutionary virtual horse racing ecosystem that brings the excitement of real horse racing straight to your fingertips. Brought to life by Third Time Entertainment, Photo Finish Live offers a unique and immersive experience like no other. Picture this: you're not just a spectator, you're a real-life owner and breeder of horses in this captivating virtual world. Engage in heart-pounding races against other players, where real money is on the line. The stakes are high, and the rewards are yours for the taking. There's a host of innovations that set Photo Finish apart from the competition, such as the most advanced genetic breeding algorithm in the world and the ability to own racetracks and share their monetary rewards. In Photo Finish, you will create generations and generations of unique offspring, each carrying the legacy of its ancestors. The true-to-life genetics system offers endless possibilities for breeding, and your decisions will determine the future champions of the track. All the while owning a proportional share in a racetrack via Crown, our cryptocurrency, allows you to share the game's success. Step into a world where 4 weeks in real life correspond to one in-game year. Witness the passage of time as each new season brings fresh opportunities and challenges. Thousands of races await you in every season, from entry-level maiden races to the highest-stakes premier graded events. Horses of every level and price point have a chance to hit the podium and breed up over time. With its commitment to realism, Photo Finish Live brings the thrill of horse racing to life. As the seasons pass, horses retire to breed and eventually die, mirroring real-world horse racing to ensure long-term sustainability. Embrace renewed opportunities to showcase your skills and strategies, ensuring the excitement never ends. Are you ready to start your legacy in the world of Photo Finish Live? The tracks await, the competition beckons, and fame and fortune favor the bold. Become a part of this one-of-a-kind virtual horse racing ecosystem and let your dreams run wild. Join us today and embark on an unforgettable journey. The Sport of Kings awaits your presence in Photo Finish Live.
So a pretty exciting week we have had. I'm here joined with Fib. Looks like you got our names backwards there, Mr. Producer. I'm actually not Fib. I'm Ian. But regardless, we'll do it live. Fib, I just wanted to comment. I mean, we got a few minutes here before we start talking about what's been going on with this race, what's going on in the pools. However, would you say this is the most exciting week in Photo Finish Live history, or no? You're muted.
No, you guys can't hear me?
Very professional. There you go. I can hear you now.
What? Okay. Jesus. Yeah, no, it's been a crazy week, insane week. More sentiment through the roof, activity through the roof. Discord's been popping. This is wild. I love it. I love it's effervescent. That's how I'd describe it if I had to use a word. So
that is a good way to put it. Yeah, I mean, so what happened? Obviously, a lot of people have asked, what happened? If you're new to this, you may just be hearing about Photo Finish Live. We've been building this game for nearly 2 years. And really just grinding it away. Every few weeks, we have new big races. We get new players in. It's been pretty exciting. The game's been live since around the end of March, into April. And yeah, in the last week, it seems that finally it caught fire. A lot of people have known about this, and some of them have been keeping it a little bit secret, wanting to make sure they accumulate positions, make sure they do that. But at this point, I think the word is really getting out. And it all comes down to, I think, a single Twitter thread was really the big catalyst. And that was from a community member, the Commish, who has less than 600 followers on Twitter. It's crazy how this world works. It's not like it was an influencer.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, incredible. Slowly, then all at once. That's what you say, right?
Slowly at first. Yeah, it does feel that. I mean, we have this great backing. We've got a lot of effort that we've put into this game. It's not just a couple of years. It's actually 8 years of horse racing game development. So we have a great base here to build off of. And it's really exciting to see the reaction, though, and people catching wind and then joining in droves. The new users, new players joining, new horses selling. And just along with that, I mean, there's a pretty exciting moment coming up on Monday, which is there's actually 2. A huge new crop of horses will be born.
Right.
And then along with that, the big moment that I think everyone's been waiting for, which is the first set of juvenile horses, the 2-year-olds, are hitting the track. Now, you don't have any horses, but if you did, how exciting of this moment would you be excited for this?
It's huge. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't have to have horses to understand just like the gravity of this moment. Like what is happening here is just like this new paradigm, the game loop closing, like all these new horses hitting the track. Finally, the ecosystem, the circle of life is completing itself. And so I'm super excited for that. Even without a horse, I can't wait to see those races fill. I can't wait I'm so familiar with these Generation Zero horses now. I'm excited to see some new names, see who gets to the top. I think it's going to be big. So
yeah, that's true. It is a pretty great moment to see a new crop hit, and only a couple of months away from the Gen Zeros retiring entirely from the track. It's just this game moves on in a lot of people so concerned that its pace would be too slow, and I want to race all day, and I think it's actually going to really hit its stride here, where you get just enough time with the horse, you really get to know it, and then he moves on to the pasture, and now you're breeding the next bloodline, the next great bloodline. So really exciting to see all these folks join too from the crypto space. I mean, a lot of people that are likely not horse racing fans, and I've seen 4 or 5 of them now buy 5 horses. They're asking, what does the stamina rating do? What does speed do? What does heart mean? That's the ticket. That is the special sauce.
Yeah, This is not the first time this has happened. I mean, when we first minted, man, it's like all these people that are crypto natives coming through into the game, becoming interested in our project, and then who stuck around, who became our player base. It's these people, and I think it's happening. It's kind of happening again. I'm so excited.
I am
to
too.
see these new people. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching just some of the Discord messages roll through and just seeing people, what's a show? What's a place bet? That they just that crash course that you can get of the sport of horse racing is amazing, because that's what we're here for, to onboard eventually millions of players into the sport that maybe weren't really going to do much with it before. And now they can own a horse. Now they can get in on the action. So super exciting. Obviously, the team has been blown away in the last week. I mean, the kind of look behind the scenes there. Every day is a day of wonderment and panic and excitement and just no sleep. But we can't thank the community enough, of course, from bottoms of our heart that they've really rallied, and all the new players. We can't wait to show you what it's all about. We are here for the long haul.
Yes.
There is literally no reason to think that you need to worry about some short-term small things. I mean, there's what's the number one question this week? Win liquidity.
Win liquidity.
And
People
I think
want liquidity. We have Carl.
didn't it
covering
already? Didn't it already go like today? Didn't it shoot up anyway?
It shot up over the weekend.
Someone else provided it. These things are crazy. The community is something great. So
best community.
So
best
it is
community.
the best.
Yeah.
So talking a little bit, I guess, about the race. Then moving forward, this is a 20-horse field. This is our third Kentucky Derby. These horses are actually 5 years old, and they will be one of the last crops, I guess, second to last crop that will run at an age of 5 or 6, as opposed to the 3-year-olds when they're all born. Then they'll become the sole proprietors of the Kentucky Derby. So I think with that, let's talk a little bit about how the pari-mutuel pools work, and we'll watch a video and see, so everyone that's new might understand how getting in on the action might look.
Right.
Welcome, race fans, to the virtual Kentucky Derby. Today we'll give you a quick rundown on how you can utilize your skill to select winning horses and make real money in this thrilling event, powered by the groundbreaking Web3 game, Photo Finish Live. Photo Finish utilizes a pari-mutuel system, which just means that everyone's picks are combined together, forming a pool. Here's how it goes. You select your favorite virtual horses, the horses you believe are going to win, place or show, and choose how much of your in-game currency you'd like to risk. You can even pick multiple horses if you'd like. As more people do the same, the pool grows, and the odds change in real time based on the number of selections made on each horse. So, when a horse gets attention, its odds will increase or decrease based upon its share of the pari-mutuel pool. It's simple to calculate. The multiples you see are the multipliers you'd receive if you picked a winner. But bear in mind that the odds could drastically increase or decrease after you make your selection. The selection window usually closes 10 minutes prior to the race, and when the race ends, the pool is divided among the players that picked correctly. This means the more money placed on the winning horse equates to the payouts being more spread out. It's all about striking that perfect balance between risk and reward. Of note, if you end up as the only selection in the pari-mutuel pool, the full amount you risked will be returned to you at the end of the race, whether you win or lose. Now, here's the fun part. Anyone in approved locales over the age of 21 can join right in from the comfort of your own devices through the Photo Finish Live game. Just dive in to the thrilling world of Web3 technology and get ready to experience the excitement of pari-mutuel action. So, don your visor, get ready to cheer on your favourite horses, and may the best horse win in this virtual Kentucky Derby.
Okay, great explainer. If you're watching, hopefully you understand a little bit more. So we've got two experts here that really look like they dressed to impress for today's Derby. Let's throw it over to them. Talk through the pools. What's up, guys? Do you have some picks to click?
Thank you, Ian. I would just like to say, first and foremost, big thank you to Ian, to Fib, to Paul, to everyone on the team for inspiring us to even get involved. I'm a professional poker player. I've played DFS at the highest, nosebleeds. Devo, who I've invited on here, has done the same. So we're pretty much experts at finding good betting markets and trying to take advantage. Brian Devonshire, welcome yourself.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, team. It's been an amazing week. Super excited to get involved in this Derby, and I cannot wait until we can do this every single 5 minutes and sling money at a pool betting hoodies.
Well, we only get the virtual Kentucky Derby once a month, so don't get too excited. Let's start breaking down this field. I think one of the first things that we're going to talk about is on preference versus off preference. And I think what that means is today we have a really sloppy track out there, left dirt. And I think you're going to hear Devo talk about how he actually likes some off preference horses. A lot of them, we have 4S LTS, so left turf soft. I personally like the left dirt. I'm pretty square, and we'll get to that on the Sour Special. But what are you seeing in those left turf horses, Diva?
Yeah, we got a dozen S-grade horses in this race. 4 of them are on preference and certainly need to be treated as the favorites in this race. However, I'm not so concerned about how often I win. I am more interested in how much I win when I win. And there's a few of these off-preference S-grade horses that are fetching significant odds, most notably the Frank is Typing and Teller Nutton right now are both getting you better than 40 to 1 to win.
Wow, there's some really long odds. And you talk about winning money. No one has won more money than Swift Sapphire. She is the leading Derby winner. She has won the Right Dirt Major twice. She really loves 10 furlongs. I know you guys are tuning in for the Sour Special, and I'm going to give it to you early. Swift Sapphire is my pick to win today. A lot of people are going to talk about Elvis. I love Elvis. Elvis is sporting over $16,000 in U.S. winnings. He's probably, bar none, the favorite here today. Does he win at a 4-to-1 clip, Diva?
I think 4 to 1 is about the right price there. I'm definitely more interested in the place in the show pools on Elvis. I think he's a little bit under bet there, specifically in the place pool. Regarding Swift Sapphire, I like the pony too, but I'm not liking the price. My pick in this race is the 2-horse Loggerhead on preference, S-grade, getting you 9 to 1 to win, and some pretty meager wagers going on in the place in the show pools as well.
It's interesting you talk about Loggerhead. I spoke with Peeb just before his horse took the track today, and he just looked at me and he basically said, he's got a chance. Didn't sound that confident going out there. So, you know, looking at him, YSM Stables, we have Elvis out of Soulmate Stables. We also have this horse, Financial Advice, out of D Stables. That's the D Gods Dow. You know, D Gods, Big Brain, all the big players are out here in this race today. But the only financial advice I can give you is do not bet on this horse today. All right. So, you know, let's look at some of your real long shots here, Devo. I know you mentioned a few to me in the pre-lead up. What are you expecting out there for some of these real long shots?
Well, in the beginning, I was eyeballing Gaseous Vertebrae, the S- on preference pony. But as the money comes in, I'm really shifting my attention to these S-grade off preference horses that are giving you a good price. And I couldn't help but bet on Financial Advice. With just $6 bet on the horse in the place pool, there's over 500 up for grabs. So that means that you are going to win about 40 to 1 on a place bet when the horse is actually getting 30 to 1 to win.
You know, you are a wild man, Devo. If people really knew how off the grid you lived with your Starlink and all of this, they would just be fascinated. Almost as fascinated as this Gaseous pick, whatever you said. I don't think there's enough gas in the tank for that horse to win. I'll just tell you right now. So, you know, based on all the big players are out here, this is my second time. This is Devo's first time. We just appreciate it. We hope you all enjoy the race at home. Thanks for having us on. Good luck out there.
Cheers, guys. Pretty fascinating stuff. I mean, Sours has got a joke writer. He's leaning into a whole thing here. So anyway, that was interesting, obviously, to say the least. We've got, at this point, I would say, how many minutes? We're looking at 12 minutes till we get close. So I think it's a good time to just look at the field. We've got 20 horses to scroll through. If we can kick off, I think we've got a video that we can show, and I'll try and narrate here and there. But otherwise, take a look. There's Financial Advice. Elvis, tough one. Lino, a classic. There's Gaseous Vertebrae. Gaseous Tunicate. Is it Tunicate or Tourniquet? Tunicate. No, whatever. Swift Sapphire. I feel like I should read this like the Bulls announcer. Scuba, Ringer. Talk Derby to Me. I love Talk Derby to Me. I don't know. That's a solid one. The Firm Star, Speedy Pablo. Another straight and good one. 13. Nightcrawler. Oh, poor Jeff. Good luck, Jeff. Painkiller. There we go. That's another solid one. Another Gaseous. Teller Nutton, another favorite of mine. I love Teller Nutton. I love Rock of Cashel, or Cashel, or I don't know how you say it. Zach, of course, a big steed to watch out for. And then Frank is typing. Yeah, Frank is typing. I mean, Frank is typing's odds. Are they moving around? That's a pretty good one. I feel like I'm echoing in somebody's headset, but it's all right. So
I think
yeah,
the quick selection window just closed. I think it's closed.
Is that it? It's locked.
We now
click to click.
officially 10 minutes till kickoff.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
10 minutes till kick. I mean, at this point, I don't know. We could scroll through and look at these things over and over again, but I think maybe quickly we could just talk a little bit about the last Derby, and some of the lessons, even the first two Derbies, if we'd like, some of the lessons that we've had here. I mean, I think a lot to be said about this race. This was the July 29th, 2023, a 20 horse field again. These races, Pellinor, crushing here. Yeah, Pellinor was the last one. Elvis was the first one.
Okay.
So, yeah, a month ago, it seemed like only yesterday that we were tuning into this race. Pellinor and Baltazar Stables running away with it, absolutely.
Dominant.
Dominant victory. The field just sniffing. I mean, what? Look at 5 lengths, 6 lengths. So. Yes. That was a big win for Pellinor for the second.
Chris
Kentucky
seemed really
Derby.
excited. He seemed really excited in the Discord after that. We saw, I mean, he didn't make it onto the show, but we saw his face for just a second. He was here for just a second, and I saw a big smile on his face. It was nice, man. He loved it. He's got that red name. If you stop in our Discord, the Kentucky Derby winners, you can pick them out by their bright red names. And so, yeah.
Yeah, that is a pretty substantially cool moment, I suppose. You get your name and lights in the Discord. You get a special NFT crafted, a trophy sent just to you, which I think we need to go check with the trophy maker. I feel like we're a little behind. Those are waiting to be shipped.
Yeah, getting the gold imported still.
Yeah. But overall, I mean, I think... just thinking about this, it's hard not to get really excited when you imagine that we're right here at the beginning. These are the first horses in the system, the Adam and Eves, as we always call it. But just even 6 months from now, by next year's real life Kentucky Derby, all of these horses will have offspring that we'll be talking about. Oh, that's a bloodline. That's a foal of Elvis. That's a foal of Pellinor. I think it's just a really exciting time to get in and be here.
Absolutely.
Because, did you know, Fib, I looked to make sure today is actually the least amount of horses today will ever be in Photo Finish Live. That's today.
Yeah, because everybody retired, as many people as are going to retire before the foals land.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So we've made our way through the bottleneck. It's official, Yeah, we talked about like the slow period. We were all anticipating this, of just like this like first lull before we close the loop, and here we are. We're at the end of it. We're at the end of the tunnel.
It hasn't been all that it hasn't been all that low speed, has it? It's been insane.
It hasn't. Yeah, a lot of things have seemed to offset it. There was, I think, 2 major things. It's like, first of all, obviously the huge amount of activity that just got drummed up by all this interest. When people get interested in the crown token, the way that it all works, it spins up racing activity too. And so that's obviously a huge catalyst at the end of the tunnel. We're accelerating out, we're shooting out, like the end of Independence Day. The doors are closing. We're gonna make it. We're gonna do that victory dance. But the
Jeff Goldblum, or wait,
yes,
I'm Jeff Goldblum.
No, I'm definitely Jeff. Yeah.
Oh, you're Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yes. But yeah. So and then I think the other thing that maybe offset it, that people, I'm not sure if people understand this or not. I don't know if people clock this. I know some people did, but I think it was claimers coming through in the clutch. I think claimers did a lot of work. I think people did a lot of claiming races, and I think it was the perfect thing to be introduced at the end of at the end of this whole Generation Zero saga, when the only remaining horses that are unretired for the most part are horses that people just didn't know what to do with. They're still racing them out there, and they're there, and perfect.
Throwing them in, yeah. And so for those that maybe are new, which there are again quite a few new folks that have joined, the claiming race is one of the most interesting aspects of Photo Finish Live and real life horse racing, and so many people don't really know about it. The claiming race is, pretty simple. You enter your horse into a race and it races. Okay, cool. If he wins, you win the money. Okay, cool. But the big wrinkle is that the moment you enter that horse into the race, he is for sale.
For sale.
He is up for sale, and anyone can place a claim on that horse. It is a live auction merged with a race, basically. And so hundreds of people could go place a bid. If they do, sometimes it'll just pick a random winner. But it's the true degen way to play a horse racing game, because down there at the bottom level, where you got cheap ones that you're not quite sure what to do with, you don't care if you lose it, you don't care, you're just trying to win and make money on the sale.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize that 70% nearly of the U.S. racing in real life is claiming races. It is the lifeblood of the U.S. So it's been so fun to watch. Just again, down there at the whatever tier that you're comfortable with, just like throw them in, and then you're able to, as a smart owner. So, and again, anyone new that is maybe doing all the research, a lot of folks that are joining, I bet, are big spreadsheet heads. They're big daily fantasy players. They're big poker players. If you do the research, you can find a lot of jewels, a lot of people that are putting their horse in a claimer that shouldn't. They're putting it in a price too small. They've had maybe a bad time racing it. Those types of things, I think, are a really interesting aspect of the strategy and skill of photo finish.
Right. Not to be disparaging, but I'd say claimers really apply the old adage, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Another man's treasure. You're right.
Yes.
That's true. It is true. Now, if you guys know, I did buy a stake in a real life horse. Actually, two of them. One was named Chicken Finger Friday. The other one's called Looks Rare. And Chicken Finger Friday did get claimed out from under us. So it was a pretty interesting journey, and one of those things that I do believe actually does happen in Photo Finish Live. Now, this horse was not a winner very often.
Mercy claim, yes.
Yeah, he wasn't doing so great. He started his whole career scared of the gate, so his start attribute wowould be a D- or something. And he finally kind of got it together, and we got him down into the low price claimers. And I think I think basically what happened is when he finally got sold, now I'm sick to my stomach because I am assuming that he's going to actually, win.
Start winning. So, he's going to start ripping. Yeah. They saw something he didn't see.
Yeah. So I'm just hearing from the community, just so we know, Mr. Producer, that says the race timer is 2 minutes behind the race going live on the site. So I'm not sure if you have 4:18 on the screen there, you might be off by a couple minutes there, Mr. Producer. Okay. That's an easy fix. Yes. Yeah. Glad we caught that because,
sure.
We're not NBC people. We're just some dudes in our houses. And, we're going to get, this is our third one. They're going to get,
but aren't you all just some dudes too? Or
you all and ladies.
And ladies,
Phillies
and
computers,
watching history unfurl on the screen.
That is what we are doing. We are creating history, one Kentucky Derby at a time. Churchill Downs, virtual Kentucky Derby. What a world we're living in. It's pretty wild to think that. World. I happen to actually see that I think we're just as popular as another race that just went off in Australia right now. So that's the type of thing to see that a virtual race has got just as much action as a race going off, a real life race going on in Australia right now. So yeah, it's been exciting for sure. I mean, we are getting close to post time here. I don't know if we want to just, if Sowers could say who again, if he's happy with his pick to click winner, or if we want to go to Mo down at the track I'm not sure what time we've got. Someone give me a cue. Okay, go ahead. So we're going to hand it to Mo Knows. Our what word would you describe Mo Knows, Fib?
He's a Renaissance man.
A Renaissance man.
Mo. Yeah.
An absolute gem. A real life race calling legend. Almost.
An auctioneer.
Eventually. Yeah. I mean, this guy has got it dialed in. And so here soon, he's going to take us down to the track. I believe he's trackside. He has transported into the metaverse. He's trackside. He's ready to do
he took the red pill.
His successful.
I am here.
Most successful call.
Gentlemen, I am here down at the track. We are ready to call this one. How you guys doing?
Oh, so excited, man. Wonderful.
This is a big one.
Awesome. They are fired up down here. Actually, just took me about 4 hours to get through this one little corridor. We're coming up here. We got about 25 seconds. I know we had a lot of action here. Closing pool looked to be pretty good. Looks like over 180K in the mix there. 180K Derby. Congratulations. for the third Derby here coming up. So we are going to I'm going to try to run up to the booth as quickly as I can. Appreciate you guys. See you on the other side here for the race.
All right, Mo, grab a golf cart. I know they always will throw you through from the infield.
Yeah, he's wheeling in. He's got a short amount of time. He's got to take the Lambo.
That's true. Someone's mouse is just sitting there waiting on the race. Good luck, Mo.
Am I getting rugged?
It may be. Sometimes these things take a while.
Of course.
Here we are.
All right. Race fans, are you ready? It is time for the third virtual Kentucky Derby here on Photo Finish. We got a full one here for you. A little sloppy out there, but they don't mind. They like it soft, and they are off and running here in the Derby. Elvis breaks best of it, joined on the outside by Jeff DBJ. Swift Sapphire also there as well. Then comes Elvis in third. Zach for fourth. Loggerhead trots along here in fifth in the white silks, now passed by Rock of Cashel. If we take it a step further here, it's actually Painkiller trots along between horses, trying to find room, and comes Gaseous Tunicate, also jockeying side by side with Pebble Sorter. It's tough when you go back with Scuba Ringers, trying to find some room here. A lot of horses early going, opening quarter in 25 and change, and then we make our way back to Perlino, fan favorite, trotting along back there in the back of the pack, trying to find some room along there with Nightcrawler. Speedy Pablo also there. Might be Paldo, but Talk Derby to Me is also flying now from the back, but they got a lot of room to make up here as we're calling all the horses here in the big one for you, chat. You deserve it. It's half mile and 49 and change, and the Swift Sapphire shows the way up top. Now joined on the outside, awkward eye contact by Jeff DBJ. Had enough and goes right on by to yoink the lead. Gaseous Lancelot still there as well. Financial Advice. Financial Advice tucks in down at the rail, playing the short game, goes right on by now. And Jeff DBJ might have taken a bad step there and clipped heels with Gaseous Lancelot. But Pebble Sword is going to take advantage of it. Taylor Nutton says, tell me where you want me to run, and I'm going to do it, because Taylor Nutton's now up there in second. But Financial Advice, the one to catch. 3/4 in 1:15, you know what it means. It means we're heading into the far turn, and it's getting ready. Who's going to take it? It's Taylor Nutton up top still. Now joined on the inside, Loggerhead, ground-saving trip starting to pay off. Oh boy, ain't nothing but a hound dog. It's Elvis, who makes another appearance. He's back up top and pushing for home. He kicks clear by 2. Loggerhead's off the rail looking for tail, but not enough. Oh, he's doing it. It's Elvis now past the 8th pole, and everybody else is just going to dial it in here and check out as Elvis is going to rise again. Break out the peanut butter and bananas, Priscilla, because we're partying in Graceland tonight. It's going to be Elvis who brings this one home with ease over Loggerhead and Rock of Cashel.
My goodness. Another thrilling victory. 2 first-place finishes for Elvis. I doubt we can get Elvis on stream here, but Soulmate Stables. Incredible. Again, is he the new Bob Baffert of virtual Kentucky Derbies? I mean, what is going on? I didn't expect at all for him to crush like that. Did you, Fib?
No, that was unbelievable. I mean, he was the odds-on favorite now, wasn't he, Elvis?
Did he end up going off his fave? I didn't check and see.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow,
that was a chalk W, but a chalk W is still a clean 4.6x on your money. I mean, is that a bad bet? Not to me. That's a nice one.
No. Where else can you get 4.6?
In a few minutes, in 2 minutes, 4.6.
In 2 minutes, yeah.
Where is
Looking
it?
back at the race, yeah. I mean, this is a great call from our
fantastic
amazing
call, Mo. Great one, man.
Announcer Mo. But yeah, geez, another big victory. At this point, Mo, I don't know if you can hear me. Are you breeding your stable with all of Elvis and the Soulmate stud barn?
Relay from the production team, I am not.
Okay,
he's not. He's not going for the Derby.
Man.
He's not going. Man, I mean, but think about this legacy. I mean, 2-time Derby winner. I mean, how many of those have there been in history?
Never. Well, it's not possible. You can't do
not
it.
Not possible.
Yeah. Fib yet again showing his horse racing knowledge and prowess. They can only be 3 years old, but
3 years old.
That's why we have our own. This is like our own little mini Triple Crown sort of thing, because we're at the beginning of horse racing. This is like we started the sport in the 1800s. That's what's happening here. We're just
unbelievable,
getting it
man.
off the ground. So, yeah, I'm pretty stoked for Soulmate, for the Madman. If folks know him, he has been studying and staying up till 4 a.m. with spreadsheets and
Yes,
whiteboards.
he's the photo finish Rain Man. He's like that.
He
He's like
is.
Charlie in that one GIF with all the.
Yeah, well, with the oh my God,
Yes.
he is Charlie with the mailroom gift.
Yeah,
Anyway, obviously
he
another
connected the dots.
great
Great race.
spreadsheets.
He
He
figured it
connected
out.
the dots.
I mean,
He
look,
found the
he got-
conspiracy.
He found the conspiracy that you can win the Kentucky Derby 2 times. It
Do
actually
we
is possible.
know he will retire, Elvis? Is he going to go one more season? I mean, I feel like I heard.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't imagine he doesn't retire off that. I mean,
I
a
don't know.
2-time
Would you
Derby
not
winner,
try to
that's
go
big.
for 3? 3-peat? No, I would go for 3. Why not? One season. But
Sure.
yeah, anyway, obviously great time. I don't can we go back to the gambling, the poker aficionados, or have they checked out for the night here, Mo? Okay. How down bad are you two, or did you do okay in this race?
Goes off, I'm going
Will
to get
remain-
crushed. But I had Loggerhead coming into place, so that was nice.
The sour special will always remain, and you guys will see us once a month. It will always remain 100% reward, 0% risk. We are going to move forward. You don't look back. You always look forward. You learn from your mistakes, and you grow. Even as a bettor, if you're at home, it's really easy. You just log on the site. You deposit a little USDC of Solana. You can get Derby. You can bet on these horses. You don't even have to participate in owning or doing any of that. It's really easy. You can just set it, forget it, and then check back or watch the race live. Devo, what was your experience watching that race?
It's exciting. It's it feels like being at the Derby. I've never been to the Derby, but I was at the Belmont Stakes when American Pharoah won the Triple Crown, and like all I'm missing is like 100,000 people screaming, and the energy of the horses is just so cool, man.
Yeah, I was actually at the Derby this time. Me and my fiance, we flew out because I wanted to meet Ian. I wanted to meet the team because they now have a tent inside Churchill Downs. 100,000 people in the infield. It reminds me, I grew up in North Carolina. It reminds me of a NASCAR race, to be honest. The infield, I think if I ever go back, I will sit in a box like a rich man, especially if Crown keeps going where it's going. And if I make better bets on the next virtual Kentucky Derby.
Oh man,
I'm just so happy you joined, Devo. I feel like we have so much to tell the community, the audience about you. Devo lives in Texas. He's basically totally off the grid. He's as much as a wild man rebel as you'll ever meet. Do you want to share anything about that, Devo?
Don't call it Texas. I live closer to Mexico than I do Texas. Semi off grid. I catch my rainwater from the roof. There is no water otherwise.
Well, you tried to go off preference. I told you Elvis was going to be tough. It stinks. When I'm square, I lose. When I go against the square, I lose. Can you please help me here, Devo?
Well, I too follow horses that follow horses. So, it's fun. We're not professional horse handicappers. We'll stick to poker and DFS.
But we will never lose, and you should always take our advice on the next bet.
Brilliant. Brilliant advice.
Yeah. So no financial advice given at all from Sowers and Devo. Of course, a great team of professional poker players that have really found a new home in virtual horse racing. It scratches the same itch. You can play it from the comfort of your phone. Pretty exciting seeing what type of player that we've been able to attract in this game. So anyway, I think, again, another successful Derby. Congrats to all of you in the community. Congrats to Elvis and Soulmate for another big victory, and just can't wait to do it again. We will see you on stream roughly 4 weeks from now for another virtual Kentucky Derby, but we will also be communicating in the next week or 2, maybe 3, with some really big, exciting changes that are coming to Photo Finish Live. Can't wait to share them with you. Have a good night.